Well, good morning. Welcome to our solo walk for Tuesday, March 11th. Coffee's on. Well, I think maybe today I may end up ticking a few people off, maybe. I hope it does tick somebody off. Maybe stir up a thought or two. Maybe make you think a little different about the way things are going. But where in our history did we become so stupid, so dumb, that we decided to acquiesce our authority and our power to somebody else, to follow the leader? Where did we decide to do that as humanity, as a civilization, as a society, as a person? When and where, and why? I don't know. And that, but if you look at the way things are going around right now, how easily we're led, and that to give our individuality, our authenticity away. You see what's going on stateside, how people are so quickly led by a change of face and that, and you see what's going on up here with the coronation of a new prime minister up here. Somebody that we didn't even get the illusion of a choice on, and that, and you see things happening all over the world. Romania, where they had an election and they didn't like the way it turned out, so we just cancel it and kick that guy out. And you see that going on all over the place. You even see simpler examples of that right here in BC, where the House, Parliament, or whatever you want to call it, and that had a YouTuber on it, or in the gallery, and the YouTuber was introduced as a patriot or whatever, and how the ruling party did not like that and said about how we can't be having these unacceptable views here and unacceptable people here. And what makes you unacceptable? Well, the way I see it in today's society, anybody that doesn't fall right into the program and into the system, and that, you are unacceptable. And that, well, I really, truly hope that I am unacceptable on those terms. But when did we give it up? And like I said, how easily are we led? You just look at that. You look at 5 years ago with this pandemic and how people just fell in line without even questioning. Yeah, there was a few questioned, but not many. Most just fell in line and followed and were willing to do whatever the authorities say. Is that where it started? I don't think so. You just follow on back, and that you go back and you go back and you go back, and history and so on and so forth, and you can see how even Christianity has been manipulated into a system of control, and how people were led by the experts. And you've seen how we fell in line in 2020, 2021, following the experts' advice, and how society just fell right into that. 326, the Roman emperor, whatever you call him, called together a panel of experts, and they manipulated and changed the scriptures, if you want to call it that. And yeah, it's scripture because it's a script, just like we're in a play today, but it's not just at that point. You go back further and go back further, and people have willingly, I guess, unknowingly maybe, and that I really question whether we unknowingly, I think we willingly gave up our independence, our authenticity, our individuality to the leaders, to the rulers. You go back and you read through any history, and people have always followed some form of basically dictatorship. Really, either you're going to do it this way or it's wrong, and it just makes you wonder: are we just dumb, or are we stupid, or are we brainwashed? Are we that easily manipulated? And do we allow this type of shit to go on? People running around now, the divisions and the separation that's going between people just because of geopolitical, geoeconomical bullshit, and not all that, as far as humanity goes, if we could just come into our own power and realize who we are, we could eliminate most of it overnight, I think. But we're so willing to acquiesce to these dark powers, trying to, I think they're really trying to bring about this new world order, this new world government, and that, I think, if you look back over some of the documentation of the past few decades, and that they've been talking about, North American Union and the EU, of course, and they end up with 10 zones over the world, and I think you're going to see them push more towards that, more towards this digital realm of things, and more towards the technocracy, the technocratic state. It's all coming, and you don't have to think it's a conspiracy, because they just tell you what they're doing. When the big push is for spending billions of dollars on data centers to process data, what data is that they're going to process? It's you and I. And yeah, so just think about that. Think about why we want to allow these powers that want to be the ability to rule over us, to tell you what you are going to think, because that's what they've been doing. And people, societies, civilizations, and individuals have been giving in to that and saying, yes, oh yes, yes, show me, and now they disguise it as for your convenience, for your safety, for your security. If you think any of them are concerned about your safety, your security, you really truly are stupid. I'm sorry. And but it just comes down to that. You know, it's time to put our foot down and say that, you know, enough is enough. And that, you know, we got people, running around saying about we got to keep these wars going. We got to keep for the democracy, for this. No. If you support a war, all you're supporting is killing people. And that there's no reason for a war. There's disagreements of all kinds, but there's no place for war. There's no place for killing. And that if they truly were concerned about safety and security and stuff, they would sit down and talk and come to agreements, come to realizations that they can function together without wars, and they truly could. But what it comes down to is control and keep you in fear, because if you're in fear, if you're in low vibration, you're far easier to control, and that's what it comes down to, is just control. So yeah, I just it really hurts my heart, I guess, when I see how we've been so manipulated, and we still just follow right along, and show me, tell me, do, you know. I think really, you know, there's a lot of there's a lot of different systems that got to be changed, and a lot of different ways of organizing or whatever. But I think it's truly quite a simple solution, and that's just to finally stand up and say no. Just like the sign at the end of my driveway says, just say no. You know, to anything that goes against your values, your principles, and your morals. And every one of us has that within us. Stand up for who you are. Realize who you are. Become aware of who you are. And, you know, listen to what these so-called leaders are saying. They'll tell you what they're doing. Listen to it. Watch it. You know, see what they're doing. Use some discernment. Don't just follow along. And get above the noise. Look at things from the 40,000 foot view. Like, I know I say it a lot, but that's, you know, quit looking at it from the ground level. Because, you know, you look at some of the things that some of them are doing, there's some good shit going on, you know, but it's all deception. It's all part of the play. They're all actors. And that doesn't matter which one it is. And if they go in there with good intention, it's quite quickly changed anyway. And that I don't think any of them really. A lot of them have no idea that they're even playing the part they're playing. A lot of them think they are doing what's right. And that, in my view. Remember, it's just my view, right, wrong, or otherwise. And that it's what I see coming. And if we do not decide to stand in our own authority, our own power, and that there ain't much hope for civilization, you know, for humanity. because I think that's what the ultimate goal is. You know, with the adoption of the digital world, the technocratic world, and this transhuman agenda that's going on. I'm not against the technologies that can do a lot of good for humanity if we just use it for the good that it should be used for. But there's too many malevolent powers out there that want to use it for other things, and that's unfortunately the way it's going from what I can see. So I don't know. It's just a mess, and the only way we're going to straighten it up is to do it from the heart. You know, it's got to start with you. It's got to start with me. You know, it starts by realizing that you are more than what you've been told, because for centuries, for millennia, we've been told that we're just basically useless eaters, like they've been telling us in the last 5 years. And if you listen to them, that's what they say. And if you want to be just a useless eater, well, you just continue that way. You continue acquiescing to the powers that want to be. But if you don't want to be that, start to stand on your own. Become responsible for who you are, for what you do, for what you think, for what you say. And that be aware of how you talk, be aware of how you think. And that be aware of what's going on, but do not allow it to control you, for the fear to be a deciding factor for you. And that be the man, the woman that you were meant to be. You're here for a reason, and that, figure that out. You have a purpose, we all do. I think it's a great time to be here, I really do. I think we're going to see some amazing things, but there's going to be some real struggles coming up this next year. And I just ask you to be aware and be prepared, not scared. You know, if what I think is wrong, and these guys do have your best interest at heart, which is bullshit, but if they do, great. So I was wrong, and I'll be the first one to say, you know, thank you that I was wrong. But I truly, truly, truly understand that it's not good, and things are just going to get more chaotic, strange, and worse on the geopolitical, geoeconomical stage. But it is a stage, remember that. And they're trying to get you to play a script, trying to get you to play a role. But rewrite it yourself. Take back your power. Become the best you can be. Start right now with doing what you can with what you have, where you're at. But most of all, start. Okay. It's just be what you're meant to be. Become aware of who you are. You are more. You are powerful. Become your authentic self. Anyway, Give your loved ones a hug. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself you got this. You are loved. And don't listen to the experts. Don't listen to the professionals. Listen to your heart. Listen to your spirit. Follow your intuition. The more you do, the more you'll hear. Anyway, love you. Have a great day. Be blessed, and we'll talk at you again. Bye-bye.